What's up, Kabroda crew? Welcome to the live stream. Sorry for the late start. We're having a little trouble getting the stream started today. But it should be up and going now. Shouldn't have any more problems. Just got it all ready, and then ended up it didn't end up actually starting on time, so I thought I was live, and turns out it wasn't actually live. So bonus for you guys, I guess, to get don't have to watch some of me setting up the stuff. But we got, so I kind of went through before, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll head to the in-app screen, kind of go through what happened over the weekend. So from Friday, which was right about here, we had Thursday. We kind of had a breakup, false breakup. So if you were in that, I believe it was a trade I put on there for Thursday, we kind of broke up, did a false breakup. You basically would have made your whole trade, could have took it off, came down, almost made that breakdown trade. I believe you could have gotten into it, from what I remember. I don't have my lines on there anymore, but I think there was a breakdown trade there as well. And then as we move into Friday, we had a nice break up to about 17k, almost 17.5k, and then from there we kind of just broke down. Nice big move on Sunday. Not sure if that was news or not. And then we continued down into today. We're kind of just going, well, we haven't seen what we're going to do today, but we've gone down into today and then kind of just sideways for the rest into today. So yeah, we'll get that set up. As you can see, I already kind of started on the FRVP levels, but head on over to our GPT. So I've already asked it to start our market review today. We got our we're in our Kabroda Trading Battle Box. If you want to check that out, there should be a link in the description. If not, I can throw it into the chat. And then the first thing it asks for is the different levels for today. So we got the 1 hour, or 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, and 5 minute. 1 hour, 4 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute. Kind of got our different screenshots here. I already took them, but if you don't know how to take them, you just go to the different time frames. So for example, we'll go to the 4 hour. You just double click on all the indicators and just window keys shift S and then drag the screenshot over the whole thing, and that'll get you your screenshot for the that'll get your screenshot, and then you just copy and paste it right into GPT for using. The next thing we're going to do though is we're going to head on and get those different FRVP levels. So our 24-hour ones are going to be our first ones. Streetmaker says that 110.420 is a key level for this morning. We'll check it out. We're getting to that point though. We'll see what the key levels are. So we'll head back to TradingView. If you remember, FRVP is from the cross. We got 1, 2, 3, and then 4 down. Click on that, and then it will be this fixed range volume profile right here. So you just click on that one, and then we'll be going. We'll just go to the 1 hour to make it easiest, and we'll go to the previous day, so the 25th at 7. Just like that, to today at 7. And then that'll give us our levels. As you can see, I've kind of already put them on here. So just kind of reline them up. If you don't have them though, the red one's going to be your volume area high, 24-hour volume area high, and then your yellow one will be your 24-hour POC, and the blue one's going to be your 24-hour VAL. After we get those on there, then we can just go ahead and condense this. So we're going to take it from 7 o'clock yesterday to 3 o'clock this morning, and that'll give us our next levels. And I'm going to go ahead and hide our 24-hour levels and bring out our morning volume area high POC and volume area low levels. And I'm going to just drop them right onto the lines, just like we did last time. So with red's volume area high, yellow is going to be POC, and then the blue is your volume area low, or VAL. And we got those on there. So the last thing I'm going to do before input it into ChatGPT is I'm going to go ahead and get the levels out of there. So I'm going to get I'm going to close my morning ones and just pull out my 24-hour ones. And you can do this before your before one sec. Sorry about that. Okay, so you can do this before your whenever you get the levels the first time. So you can just click on your 24-hour or whatever line, and we'll just grab the settings, and then you just grab your coordinates right out of here, and we're gonna paste those into GPT. So the way I do it is I like to say FRVP levels, and then I like to say shift and then enter to go down a little bit. I'm going to go down one level, and then I'll say, actually I'm going to put ... right here. So FRVP levels ... and then 24-hour, and then I'm just going to do volume area high, shift enter, POC, shift enter, and then volume area low, and then shift enter twice now, and I'm going to do morning, and then shift enter, and this time I'm just going to copy and paste. So I'm going to grab the volume area high, volume POC, and volume area low, and I'm just going to paste those right under the morning one. So now I got my FRVP levels with the 24-hour in the morning, and then all I have to do is just go back to trading view, grab my level, so we'll just copy it right there. And then I'm just going to go back into the GPT and just paste it. And I'm just going to do that real fast for all of my levels. So same thing, copy and then paste. And next one, copy and paste. And then we'll do that for the morning ones. So same exact thing. You get your morning ones opened up, hit on to ChatGPT, click on it, click settings, and we'll just copy and then paste it right there. And same thing with POC, and same thing with the volume area low. Now that we got those on there, Maker says we got medium and news spins today, so they don't seem to affect the charts. Yeah, they're only the ones that really affect the charts. Give me the high, the red ones if you're looking at cryptograph.com. It's just the red ones. So the next thing we're going to do is get that 30-minute candle range. So I'll just do, while I'm in GPT, I'm just going to hit Shift Enter a couple times, and then I'm going to type 30-minute candle, and then dot dot dot. You don't have to do the dots, I just think it makes more sense. And then high, wow, and then low. It's going to be right under that. So it'll say 30-minute candle dot dot dot, and then on the next line high, and then another line low. And we'll just put the high and then the low right in there. So we'll head back to trading view, and to get your 30-minute candle high and low, we'll just head to the 30-minute chart, and we're going to go to 7:30 candle, and your high is going to be 110.779. So we'll just go to GPT and type that right in. So 110.779, and then we'll go to the low. And that's the same thing. You just hover over your candle. It's going to be at the top, right under where it says Kabroda on my screen. There'll be an H and an L, but the low is going to be 109.680. 680. And you can put the decimal points in there if you would like. To me, it's just easier just to do the straight numbers. Alright, sweet. So we got our excuse me, we got our different levels on there. Now the last thing that we're going to grab is I'm going to head to cryptocraft.com and just grab a grab the news events for today. So I'm just going to grab a screenshot of them, and they are all medium today, just like Spirit Maker was talking about, so nothing really to worry about. If you want to check them out, they're right here. So you can see they're all yellow, which means they're medium level. Not really much impact for today, so nothing really to worry about. And yeah, we'll go ahead and send that in. Check out what the battle box says today for today. Sweet. So we'll head on. So if you've never seen a battle box report today, sorry I was on the wrong screen. But you got your different time frames here. It kind of tells you a little bit about each time frame, which we're going to run through that real soon. Then the next thing you got is the different levels you put in, so you can kind of see them there. Strategy outlooks, so like what kind of strategies we're running for today, what to watch for. And then here's all the news events. You can see it kind of like determines it for itself. Really, it's better to look at cryptocraft.com still. This section is definitely still in the works, but it says you can at least see like what's happening and what time it's happening. It is still medium for all of them, so I'm not sure why it says high. Maybe it is figuring that since these are going to be higher impact or something. I don't know. And then we got execution considerations, weekly zone references, and then these are some levels that you can use. And you could copy and paste them into your chart if you want to do that. But yeah, we'll start off with the different time frames, kind of check out what's happening on there. So we'll head back to trading view. We're going to start with a 4-hour. As you can see, first thing to notice, we're under the 200. So that's more bearish for a chart to be under the 200. You got the MACD kind of forming down. We are curling up though here on these pink lines. RSI is going downwards for now, but you do got that slow moving average kind of creeping up. Almost looks like we might see a turn here on this, or sorry, fast moving average creeping up. You might see a turn on the slow moving average, and then we got the Soches down here at the bottom. Oversold, looking for a move up. So ChatGPT is saying, or our battle box is saying, structure remains in a corrective downtrend. Prices below all major EMAs, so we pointed that out. Printing a short-term bounce after retesting. Sub 109k. Momentum oscillator scrolling up but still under pressure. Any recovery faces stack resistance at 111.7 to 113.6k. So 111.7 is going to be this level. So we'll go ahead and throw our lines back on there. Because I'm sure... Wow, actually, never mind. So 111.7 is going to be kind of up just under these two candles here. So about halfway. And then 13.6 is going to be farther up. So basically these candles here, or the... yep, these two candles right there. So yeah, according to the 4 hour, we're looking for a small move up on the 4 hour, which would be a decent move in most time frames. Spirit Maker is saying that he likes to smile on this MACD, so you can see kind of has this nice like curl up, and if we continue we'll get a nice like smile as we continue up, so we could see a push up here. Head on to the 1 hour. GPT says we got a small relief rally attempt after sweeping 109.5k. So after sweeping 109.5k, which is right here, we're kind of heading sideways for now, possibly building some momentum, getting ready to push out. We're still capped under the declining EMAs. So you got the 21 right above it, and then you got the other ones stacked bearishly against it. Yeah, fully bearishly, I'm pretty sure. So make 100% sure. Yeah, so if you ever want to make sure, and you have your lines, at least like I do, where you have the different EMAs kind of stacked in. If you check out our trading channel, we talk about how to set it up like this. But you can see how they're supposed to be lined up, bearishly at least. So you got the 21, 50, I believe that was 80, and then the 100, and then 200. I don't really use the purple one that much. Pretty sure you could hover over it too. Maybe not. But yeah, you can just see how they're supposed to be lined up. So obviously if they're lined up the correct, or not, maybe not correct, but if they're lined up bullishly, they're going to be the opposite, and then if they're lined up bearishly, they're going to be, this is how they're going to look. So we got them all stacked bearishly against us. We got the white, red, purple, blue, and then yellow is on top. So they're all stacked bearishly against us, all on top of us. We got the 21 kind of continue to put pressure right there on that candle. Momentum is improving slightly, but structure equals lower high compression. Key rejection risk at 111.7k shelf. So that excuse me. So we got that 50 right here at the 111.7k shelf. That seems to be what the battle box is kind of calling for, a possible up move to reject rounds right there today. So we'll kind of see what happens with that. But that's kind of what the battle box is looking for, at least. Onto the well, we'll check out the indicators first, actually. So we got this one's actually almost the opposite of the 4 hour. We got the curl kind of down on the MACD, so we were bullish. We're kind of curling, losing some momentum, kind of looking like we could possibly go bearish. RSI was curling up. I don't know why I can't move this here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to fix that later. It's weird. But yeah, as you can see, we're kind of on the bottom side of the range, under the halfway point. We're actually curling upwards with the slow moving average and the fast moving average kind of bouncing on that. So we're looking for a possible bounce again and a continuation higher. That'll continue us upwards, and then the stoaches are overbought, so they're kind of showing us that we're looking for a possible down move here. Heading on to the 15. So the battle box says we are attempting to lift into the 110.2 to 110.6k band, which is kind of where we did lift this morning. Volumes fading on push, signal possible short squeeze exhaustion unless fresh buyers step in. So we flipped a bullish this morning, and then we just now flipped back. Now we're bearish again on the MACD, looking like we're going to continue down even farther. You got the RSI right here at midline. The fast moving average just broke through this low, so we're it's looking like a cross to the bearish side, looking like we continue that way. And then you got the stoaches are in the same kind of scenario, continuing down to the bear side. Heading to the 5, the last one. So you got ooh, why not load today? Come on. We're loading. Okay, I guess we don't get the MACD today. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the GPT says we got a strong spike through the intraday EMAs, but already back testing. So we broke through here, and now we're already back testing. Execution windows favors quick scalps unless breakout over 110.4k holds with volume. So unless we break over this volume very high right here and hold it with some volume, we are not looking for any kind of executions, which is kind of similar with the breakdown here. So if we don't continue to break down and see a nice hold, it doesn't hold nicely and retest there, then we're not looking for any downtrades either. So as long as we stay in this range, we're kind of not going in either way. And you could say this was our breakout here this morning, but did you even get a 15-minute close? Yeah, you did. So you would have been like, oh, here's the close, and then we're retesting here on, it probably would have been this candle. So that one would have been a little tough to stay in, but as you see in this candle here, you probably would have been like ready to get out. So yeah, we're looking for that strong hold, break down below this level, especially after like 1 or 2 candles like these. That'd mean get out right there. So if you were looking to get into that, that'd be a get out sign right there if you did get in. But other than that, yeah, that's really a no-go sign right there. Same thing if it happened down here. If you got that breakout, it's not showing it's going to really hold, then it's a stay out of it type thing. It's almost like if it stayed in this range here. Sweet. So that's really what the 4 through the 5 minute are looking like today. We got our different levels here, which on the ChatGPT, we got our different levels here. These you should have if you did the different levels. You can throw in these if you want. The resistance at 11.7, 111.7. You can throw that in there. That is a key level for today. And then the 10 level for 110, 420 that Streammaker was talking about, that's going to be, that's actually like your volume very high basically. So that's our breakout level for today. And then our trade strategy outlook. So we'll kind of go more into this, more in depth in this in a second. We're going to check out our battle plan. We'll go a little more in depth, but if we're above 110, 770, the 24-hour volume area high confluence, we need a 15-minute close and a volume expansion for the validation. So that would be around the 24-hour volume area high is where it's saying that we want to be kind of looking for that trade. So a little bit higher than what I was kind of saying. Up here somewhere, seeing that retest, or sorry, the breakout, the close the 15-minute and then retest the 5. That's what we're looking for on that volume area high, rather than down here on the morning one. So just a little bit higher. You could really trade either. Obviously today this one's going to be a little more risky, I guess. You're going to have to be a little faster on it, but yeah, and it would be more risky obviously anyways than this one. If you get this break, it's almost for sure we're going to continue. We'll break and hold. We'll almost for sure going to continue. We got the breakdown trigger, so below 108,933, the 24-hour volume area low. Way down there would confirm fresh downside with potential extension towards the 10K flat. So it's saying we break way down here, break out here, retest, and then that would be our down trade, showing that we're going to continue down even farther than we already have. That would also break this here. So this is actually a common reversal pattern that we see. So you got a low, then a lower low, and then you come back up and essentially retest right here, and continue up, and kind of break the cycle. So we get a higher low here. That's common. People have different names for it. Shark fin, printer. I've heard a couple different ones, but yeah. So that's a common reversal pattern there. So possible reversal here. Kind of see there. 5 minutes are tight, showing we are ready for that break. Yes, they are. Yeah, we're tight. So I'm surprised actually that it broke here and didn't, but I guess they weren't as tight. Still. So yeah, they're all kind of compressed again. They're ready for us to fire one of the ways. So we'll kind of see what happens. See what the battle plan is for today, I guess. So we already kind of went over all the other stuff in here. Yeah, we'll check out the battle plan. So let's build a battle plan. Boom. Okay, so our battle plan for today. Put 09K showing the bottom. Yeah, that's kind of. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Streammaker, I'm thinking that 109K is probably close to the bottom zone, especially with that printer there. Or I think printer is actually taken by somebody, so probably shouldn't call it that, but shark fin, whatever. We had a name for it too. I don't remember what we were calling it. But anyway, so we got the full breakout here. Breakout above 110,700. So that will be that level, the 24-hour volume area high level. Well, and I guess it tells me right there too. But that'll be the level. If we get a 15-minute break and then a 5-minute retest of it, which we kind of talked about, that'll be our takeoff zone. We're looking for a 111,700 zone to, and if it breaks that, so that'll be the first shelf we're kind of looking at, and then after that, if it breaks it, we'll be looking at that 113,638 zone. The one thing to watch out for though is rejection wick back inside 110,410. So if it comes down and breaks that volume area high, not the 24-hour one, but the morning one, if we come down and break that, then we'll be looking to just break the trade off, get out of it. We got the bear breakdown. So if we break that 108,933, check back at trading view. That'll be, oops, I think I just moved to level. Yeah, it did. So if we come down and break this 24-hour VIL, that is kind of what we're looking for, is that break, 15-minute close, and then retest, and that'll get us into a down run. First level we'll be looking at for that one is 1800. So that will be the next kind of major big number, and then 107,500 is the next level we're kind of looking at. If we get a quick reclaim of 109,600, so we come back and break above this 24-hour POC, that's kind of where we're looking at getting out of that trade. We're not looking to hold it if we see that happen. The last trade is chop. So if you want to do your own market recap and battle plan, you can check out that chop trade. It's not really worth noting. It's kind of just saying you could take some short scalps in between the levels there. So the different zones that we're looking at are the 111,700 zone, which was our first target to the upside, and then the next one is 113,638, and that's that second target on the upside. Those are the different long ones, and then if we're looking for the short side, we're looking for that break of 109,100, which is kind of that level that me and Spirit Maker were talking about, and we were saying if it breaks that, that's kind of where we're looking for that breakdown there, because that's kind of where our printer was showing art. Sorry, I really probably shouldn't call it that. Looking for where that pattern there, if we break that low there, that's where it's going to go down. So we got volatility watch. So at 9 a.m. Oh yeah, okay, so that's just saying some news events, but as we know, they're all medium impact, so nothing I would really worry about. Afternoon liquidity, spikes may fade faster, so that's typically always. Yeah, Spirit Maker is saying shorts need to take care with today's price action, so watch out for that break up from here. That's probably what I would say is more likely. But I mean, what GPT is kind of saying is the bias for today is if we're above 110.8, then we're looking for longs. If we're between 109.7 to 110.4, we're neutral. And if we're below 108.9, then we are bearish, looking for that down trade. So it kind of depends on what happens today. We'll see how it trades out. But we really could be looking for either way. Based on different patterns and stuff, I would say we're more likely to go up, but that doesn't ever mean we can't go down. So we're kind of just watching, sitting, waiting, looking for which way we're going to get that breakout, and see if we get that retest either way, and then we'll kind of just take the trade based on that. So make sure y'all are watching your charts today. We'll try to get the levels out on X as quick as we can. It should come out soon. So if y'all are interested in getting some of the levels from us, then you can check out that. But you can also just go ahead and check out the battle box if you want to make your own. Other than that, we got the recap coming out a little later today, so make sure you check out that. Our battle box videos we just released the last one, so if you want to go ahead and check out maybe more in depth on how to actually use the battle box, those 4 videos on our channel will cover it. So kind of cover everything from like just using ChatGPT to all the way up to like how to actually using the battle box to set yourself up for the day. Similar to what we do in the live, but definitely more in depth. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. And then we also just released another history Bitcoin series video, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out too. Both of those series are pretty good. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for the live stream at 8 o'clock again. So make sure you catch us. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can always see when we're live. But yeah, we will be live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 o'clock. But yeah, hopefully y'all have a good day. Happy trading, and I will catch you tomorrow. See y'all.